Welcome to The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. This is step number 33 along the path. Today, some interesting and fun ways to relieve stress, and an interesting new concept for better life organization, writing your own life brief. Now, let's get started on the path for today. And welcome. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. I know the guy says that on the introduction, and that guy is me, so I feel like I'm repeating myself, but it's okay. I'm Bill Sklodowski, along with my good friend and partner, Vicki Wagoner here. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, Bill. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Partner in crime, I should say. She's married and husband and dog and house and kids and grandkids. I don't want anybody getting the wrong. I did that once. I was at a friend of mine, a female friend of mine, and I, many years ago, we just were killing some time on a Sunday and having fun, and we visited an open house. This was in St. Pete.
Okay.
And the real estate agent, of course, you know, they don't know who they're talking to, so they introduced themselves, and I said, and I think I used the same thing. I said, this is my partner, so and so, and okay, that was fine. We went through the thing, and when we got back in the car, my friend said, yeah, you better, you want to be careful with that. I'm like, yeah, I guess so. I'm an old guy. I don't think of those things.
I don't either. No.
It's not important. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not important, but I don't
Right.
think of those things. It's not,
Yeah.
No,
No.
whatever. So anyway, so it's crazy little story to start the show, and here we are at the Practical Path. I'm just being practical, folks. I'm just being practical with stuff for today. So, and again, here we are with time travel again, because as we record this, of course, we always record this show earlier in the week on a Tuesday. Today's a Tuesday, and the show comes out on Thursday. Get a little time for editing, a little time for promotion, and all that. And so by the time you are hearing this show, yours truly, Bill, will be hip deep in moving to a new apartment here in Gainesville, Florida. So should be exciting. Should be.
It's exciting.
It is. It really is.
Beginning.
It's, new beginning. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I want to, let's dig into that a little bit, because we've talked about that on this show, is that feeling that I've had. And I've used the word wanderlust. I've used the word, like, I always feel like, not always, but I often feel like I want to be going somewhere or something new or something, whatever.
Right.
And this opportunity to move to a new apartment in the same city. I mean, I'm literally 15 minutes away, so it's not like it's a cross-country move or anything like that. But I'm feeling like that scratches that itch a little bit of wanting some new surroundings and some new experiences, and it's interesting, because you and I have talked about it on the show and off the show and all of that there's some people, and it's funny because, again, I was talking about it with some of the friends at playing pickleball last night about moving and new apartments and all that, telling them my story, same story, and they're like, I've been in town for 30 years. I've been in town for 40 years. And it's like, I can't imagine that. I can't imagine being in the same place for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I keep thinking to myself, what the heck is wrong with me that these, because people use all the traditional cliches. Oh, putting down roots, finding a community, all of that. And I'm like, I don't get that. I don't know what it is.
And it's okay. Not all of us are the same people. I mean, that would be very boring, if we were all the same.
If we were all the same. Yes. Mm-hmm. If we were all the same, it would be very boring. Yeah. That's very true. And so, so I'm the spice to your sugar and spice, or whatever. I don't know what I was trying to think of a good cliche there. I don't want to get too crazy, but so anyway, yes. So at the bottom line, I think moving, even though it's just literally across town, and I'll still be shopping at the same Walmart, And I was, my Whole Foods and Trader Joe's will still be the same ones that I go to. It'll be coming from a new direction, literally, and a new place, and the apartment is very different. And so ask me about it in a few weeks. It's going to be
Okay.
interesting to see what happens.
We'll come back to this in a couple weeks and
We will. We certainly will to see how that goes. And
see
it's
how it
not
goes.
just, for me, it's not just the physical place, it's the whole sense of a new adventure and a new
Yeah.
whatever. So it's interesting. I was doing a little thinking, a little self-reflecting on that the other day, and it's like, wow, that's interesting. Because you and I have talked, and your husband, Mr. Rick, suggested a couple of towns like up in the Carolinas and stuff like that for
Yeah.
me. And, I've got a friend in Dallas, Texas, he's not pushing for that sort of a thing, but he's like, oh, it's really nice out here in Texas. I'm like, yeah, I know. I lived there for a year or two. And, I have my niece and my nephew, my brother's children, they're both, 30, 30 years old. One of them's in California and one of them's up in Oregon or something like that. And I just, it's weird. Do I want to be close to somebody? Do I care? Is it important where I don't know. Talking
You,
myself in circles. I'm sorry.
yeah, you are because just accept this is who you are. We're all
There you go.
different.
There
You
you
know, if we
go.
were all the same, how boring would that be?
There you go.
So just accept you have that wanderlust feel sometimes and
I
you
do.
go for it. How many people wish that they could go somewhere, do this, do that, and they don't for whatever reasons there are? And I think it's wonderful that you feel this draw and you took action on it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So
Yeah,
yes, I agree. I'm taking a little action on trying something different.
yeah.
And it's weird. Another weird thing is because it's not like there's nothing wrong with where I'm at. There's nothing, I have the neighbors are okay. We say hi. It's not like I made any big friends here, but it's a nice apartment. It's a nice place. It's a nice part
It
of town.
is.
There's nothing wrong with it. And yet, okay, been here for 3 years now. Time to go.
So you got an itch and you scratched it.
I got an itch and I scratched it. Thank you very much. Yes, that's my story for the. So I guess for our friends out there for our listeners and friends who are listening to Bill and going, that sounds insane. I get it. I do. But then there might be some other people, and hopefully that's what this podcast is all about, to let you know that if that's something that you have going on in your head, that's okay too. It's okay. It's
Yes.
all okay. So do what you love. Do what you want.
Yes, absolutely. We have to because life goes really fast and you don't want to be at the end of it go, oh, I wish. Or
Oh
what if?
man. Oh, I saw yet another, and that's not going to be on the show today, but I saw yet another article about that,
Mhm.
from some hospice care nurse or whatever who has, talked to her share of patients who are leaving this life
Yes.
and about the disappointments, frustrations, whatever of coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I don't, very little, I'm not going to, scares is the wrong word, but very little scares me more than that to come to the end of life and go, damn it, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
And
so I
so
get it.
you're maybe inspiring somebody else to go, well, he's doing it, I can too.
Yes, and that is absolutely positively true. If I can do it, anybody. And like, I'm not saying it's easy or that for some people they have more of an investment in where they are, more of more stuff keeping. I'm not. Maybe the point is you don't literally physically have to move either. Maybe you can just, and we've talked about this every week about
Mhm.
changing a mindset or changing that,
Right.
whatever. It's like, I'm going to think differently about this. I know
Right.
you've talked about that a lot.
Mhm. Yeah. Shifting your perspective on what's going on. And so
Right.
you felt it, you acted on it, and now you're going to be living it. And
There you go.
give it a
There you go.
try. If it works, keep on doing it. If not, you can always change your mind.
that's a big piece of it too, is that we do have the, and I saw that quote, and I know I usually start out with a quote sometimes on the show, and I found that one was the one that bubbled up for me this week, was that things are never, when you're in it, things are never as bad as you think they are. But at the
Right.
same time, when you're looking ahead to something different, things are never going to be as good as you think they are either. So when you're in when you're in something right now and it's kind of awful,
Mhm.
it's okay, it's bad. I mean, again, we're not making excuses for situations where it's like really, really bad. I get that.
Right.
There are some things in life,
Right.
but most of the time, it
Mhm.
doesn't rise to that level of catastrophe.
Right.
And then looking out, we always tend to be very I tend to, I know you do. We encourage people to be optimistic about the things that they can do and change and improve in their life.
Yes.
But is it going to be like, am I magically going to, make a huge, am I going to drop 50 pounds and make $1 million and, you know, start dating movie stars? No, probably not. No, just
Well, the opportunity is out there. You never know.
thank you. That's why you come to this show, folks. Vicki Wagner's in inevitable, not inevitable, wrong word, the overarching sense of optimism about how things can improve in your life. I like that. I do. Yeah.
You got to take that opportunity. And if it
Yes.
works, it's wonderful. If not, you can step back and go back to what you had.
That's right.
It's
That's
always
it
a
exactly.
choice.
That's it exactly.
But I'm
So
excited for you.
thank you. I am too. That at the bottom line is yes, it's new, it's fun, it's
Yeah.
exciting. It's not I'm not going across country where I don't know anybody. I'm still going to have the same friends here in
Yeah.
town, et cetera.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of keeping the good stuff and adding on to it. That's my whole thinking about it. There you go.
I
So
like that. Yeah.
thank you.
Keep that
Like I
thought.
said,
Good one.
couple of weeks, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that flies. And I think it'll be fine. I really do. I think it'll be
Oh,
fine.
yes, it'll be wonderful.
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. So make sure we were talking before the show started. I'll be taking over some house plants tomorrow and all of that as we record this, and then the moving guys come later in the week. And I've already talked to it is nice when you move in town because the cable company and the electric company and all that stuff, they're all the same. You just call
Oh,
them up
yeah.
and say, stop service here, start service here. Oh, okay, no problem. And I'm like,
Yes.
sweet, so there you go. I'll have to get a new Publix. If you live in Florida, you shop at Publix. There's
Yes.
just no that's the grocery store. If you live in
Right.
Florida, some parts of Georgia too, I understand.
Hmm.
I'll have a new Publix. That'll be new.
Yeah.
I'll
New.
have a new neighborhood grocery, a little neighborhood place where it's like, I only need one thing. I can go here and that sort of thing. So I got that. I'm gonna have some important changes. I'm gonna have to find a new Chinese takeout
Oh,
because
boy. That's
there's
important.
there's one on every street corner, of course, but I'm gonna have to find a new one of those. I'm gonna
Hmm.
have to find let's see what else. Well, it's not important. It's just I'm just easy stuff, fun stuff. So and that's to me that's part of the excitement of it. That's weird. That's just weird
Weird.
of new
What?
places to go, even as I live my normal regular life.
Right?
I have new routines and things like that. That's weird. That's weird.
What? I don't get it. What's weird about it?
I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to give
Just
myself a little pep talk or
practice.
something.
Yeah.
It isn't. I know it's not. I know it's not. Those are just there's just me making fun of myself. So it's okay. It's all good. So there you go. So anyway, I've killed now 14 minutes talking about myself and moving, and I'm sure people could not possibly care less, but it's okay. I guess the point of all of this is if you have changes that you choose to make in your life, it'll be okay. It'll be
See?
okay.
So those 14 minutes were about inspiring someone else to take that leap.
There you
There's
go.
a lot of people that, go, oh, if only I wish. Well, maybe you spark something in them to go, well, if you can do it, I can do it too.
Right. Right.
Actions are a big example of what we're capable of doing. And people
Yes.
dream about it, but you're putting it into action.
For this, yes, for this one thing at this
Mhm.
time, I am actually taking some action on thing. And I think that now that you said the taking action part, that feels good to me too,
Mhm.
because I do have a tendency to sometimes get into a slump where I'm not doing anything. I'm just unmotivated. I'm just lumped
Oh,
on the log type.
yeah, we all do.
And yeah, yeah. So I think uh, um, I was going to say a big change. I mean, it's not a huge change, but it's a big change for life for me. Um,
Sure.
helps to shake things up in a way that hopefully ripple out across all the kinds of other things in my life. And that's
Mhm.
kind of been the plan all along. I think
Right.
because I know sometimes when I was originally having the thought of moving somewhere without thinking of where, I was like, well, what is that benefit of what's the thing, what's the shaking up part, how does that work to where it's like, well, when I get to here, when I get where I'm going, this new place, whatever it is, oh, then I can do this and I can do that and I can, and then I part of me says, well, why can't you do that now? Right.
Right.
So there's that piece of it too.
Right. Yeah.
So maybe yours truly, maybe Bill just needs a little, some sort of a kick in the butt in
Yep.
some sort of a way to jumpstart all of that. I think that feels right to me. It kind of
Yeah.
does. So
Well, I feel sometimes when we're in a place so long, we just get settled, we get comfortable, we just say, well, I can do it tomorrow. Where now you've got to do everything and
right,
all new beginnings that are going to be coming in all different kinds of ways, new people you're going to meet, new places you're going to see, and I know it's only like 15, 20 minutes away, but it's a whole
yeah,
new territory, whole new arena for you to explore and
right.
new possibilities that maybe have been waiting for you and you stepped into it and now they're going to open.
There you go. There you go. And that can work. I guess our bigger lesson for our friends, our listeners, is that that can work in anything in life. That
Oh,
doesn't
absolutely.
it doesn't take a physical move for you to have that kind of a thought of an experience to go, oh, okay, well, new place, new whatever, new me, whatever. Yeah,
Right. Right. It works with anything, because we'll think about things and go, well, maybe I'll do this or what if, and now you're stepping into it and all the new beginnings are there. And
right,
it's going to be exciting. It's exciting to try something new. It's like, planning to go on a big trip, all the excitement of it. And then you go on it and you just the joy of, well, this looks great. Let's do this or let's do that. You can make plans, but a lot
right,
of fun is just things that just pop up.
right, right, right. Like you said, sometimes it is the, and for me, I know that's true. The planning, the thinking about it, a lot of that's just as much excitement as the doing.
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Mr. Spock said that on the original Star Trek years and years and years ago. You may find, Captain, that sometimes the wanting is as much is as powerful as the having, or something like that. He had a great line.
Oh,
I forget what
yeah.
it was. But yes, I get it. That you the anticipation, the excitement, the planning, the all that, that's part of the whole experience of doing the thing, whatever the
Right.
thing is.
And whatever it is, it's all the same. It's whatever you're choosing that you want to do, that's your choice.
Right.
But go for it. If it works,
Right.
it's fantastic. If it doesn't, what did you learn from it? How can you grow from it and try something different?
I I like all of that. I do. Yes. And one of the things that I found to chat about today, let me see if I can bring this website up here.
Okay.
Uh is, and we'll get into it a little more later because I know we're already well into the show here. Boy, we're just like rocking and rolling as we go, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's well, I mean, that's enough about me. That's fine. Oh, let's do this. Let's because I've been wanting to kind of incorporate this into the show a little bit more, and
Okay.
because rather than just kind of chopping up the show willy-nilly. So let's take a quick break.
Okay.
We've got a little special deal for you if you'd like this little special offer, a little free thing that we're offering to our listeners. Let me tell you all about that, and we'll be right back. Hey, it's Bill, stepping out of the studio for a quick second. On the podcast, one of the things we talk about a lot is motivation, the desire to get things done in life. It might be physical stuff, losing a few pounds, getting a better job, finding a great relationship. Or it might be more of what I like to call internal things, finding ways to feel better about yourself or life in general. Well, to help our listeners along that particular path, we've prepared a helpful, simple guide for personal motivation. It's called Flipping the Switch: How to Create Motivation at a Moment's Notice. I'd like to send you a free copy, along with some other special bonus goodies. Bonus, you say? Well, yes, kind of an unadvertised in-store special. What is it? Well, you'll just have to find out for yourself. So, do this. Head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com. Yep, the same name as the podcast itself. Put in your email and we'll immediately send you to the free download. We'll also let you know about upcoming podcast episodes and other behind-the-scenes information. Again, just head over to the website, www.thepracticalpathpodcast.com, and get your free guide to boosting your personal motivation. I'm sure you'll find it helpful and, dare I say, practical. Now, back to the show. So welcome back, and I just wanted to kind of, format the show a little bit differently to get some stuff in there as well. And it's funny, this morning when I was looking for stuff, we were talking about, changing your outlook on life, changing what you're doing for maybe getting yourself revved up a little bit better. I found a post on Twitter the other night where some psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever, the best natural antidepressants.
Okay.
Good clean water, plenty of it.
Mm-hmm.
Music, nature, sunlight, exercise, sex, laughter, friendship, whole foods, quality sleep, time with family, meaningful work.
Yes.
Sex. Love that. Great.
Sounds good to me.
Antidepressant. Maybe that's my next line on my date. So I've been having this need for some natural antidepressant. My dear, how would you never? No, I'd probably get slapped for that, but it's okay.
Oh my gosh. We're a little off track here. Let's bring
That's
it back.
a little off track. It is, but the rest of it,
No, it's all
nature, sunlight, all the
Yeah.
things we've talked about this stuff on the show all the time about just get out into nature sometime, and it so clears your brain. It so clears your brain of all the junk that's going. I mean, it's all right. It's not like it's not like 20 years on a psychiatrist's couch, but I think it's better personally because it's free and
Yeah. Well,
so,
I live in the woods. We've got 5
right.
acres of woods. To me, going out in nature is like a balm to my soul. I go out and you can just feel everything just drain right out, and you're just in the beauty and in the nature, which is just to me is perfect. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just calming and it's soothing and it's almost like being embraced, and
Mm,
supported.
I like that. I
Yeah,
do.
nature is, I always tell people, go out into nature, take a walk, just leave everything behind and just let your mind just, go blank and let it get filled up with all the beauty of nature.
Mm-hmm. There, there's been some real science on that, some real study about not just
Right.
nature, but specifically, and this is something now, see here. It's interesting that well, I don't want to say all I'm doing. I'm moving. It's great. I have a new place, whatever. But I have like a whole bunch of things in the back of my mind that I'm kind of like, oh, when I get to the new place, I'll start doing this. I'll start going to the gym. I'll start whatever, etc. Now, my new apartment has a nice gym, so I'll be
Oh,
using that. Okay, great. Literally
yeah,
walk across the parking lot, and there it is.
yes,
So again, and I talked about this before the break, how I kind of use this change to kind of propel other things.
yes, yep,
One of those things that we were, not just being out in nature, but there's this study. I just saw it on YouTube. Real doctor, not a YouTube kind of a, celebrity person, but a real doctor talking about first thing. And I know you do it because you walk the dog every morning. So
right.
you have to get outside.
Oh, yes.
I don't, but I am going to try and start the habit. And the study says 20 minutes of sunshine, 20 minutes of direct sunlight, first thing in the morning, as soon as you get up, whenever that may be, get out, get 20 minutes of sun on your face, and that helps kind of reset the whole biological clock.
Oh, yeah,
Because we've
definitely.
talked on this show before about our issues with getting a good 8 hours of sleep sometimes.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes it works, sometimes not so much.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things that will help me a bunch is
Yes.
getting sunshine on my face first thing. Now, my
Yes.
new apartment it faces the different direction, and I haven't figured out exactly which way it faces yet, but I know that my apartment, you've been here, you've seen the pictures I take off on my porch.
Right.
My apartment door, my screen porch door, it's not a screen porch, my porch door faces directly west. So sunset comes right
Oh,
in. It's
oh,
really
nice.
nice. It's really pretty.
Yes.
I think the new one is actually facing east. So
Okay.
it might be more of a good go outside in the morning
In the
thing to
morning.
get the sunshine
Mhm.
and get that going on my face. So
Absolutely.
again, we'll check in on that in a couple of weeks and we'll find out. So
And a
plus
good way.
it's I'm on the first floor now and the new apartment's on the fourth floor. So it's like there's not going to be anything in the way. The sunshine's going to come right at me. So anyway, you
And
were
a
saying,
and a good way to, to affirm that is everybody goes into the bathroom first thing in the morning, okay? Put a sticky note on your mirror and go, okay, morning walk or whatever,
yeah,
sunshine.
morning sunshine, morning walk. Exactly.
That so
Yes.
that your mind goes, oh, okay, yeah, because it's so easy to get up, you do your thing, you go get your coffee, blah, blah, blah. But if you have that note, it catches your attention and goes, oh yeah, there's my reminder. It's like a best friend saying, hey, did you walk today? Get out there. I'm
Right.
I'm not going
Right.
to get up at 6 in the morning and call you, you know. So I'll be the sticky note.
Okay, thanks. Thanks. It'll be the sticky. Does
Get up
Max
and
really
walk.
get you up at 6 o'clock in the morning?
Max usually sleeps in later than we do.
Oh,
And
okay. Okay. Good for him. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
three,
dog years, he's a lot older than you, isn't he?
yes, he
He's
is.
getting up there. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
getting
he's
up there.
9. Yeah, he's gotten to be
Wow,
9.
9 years old. Wow. Look at that.
Mhm.
So,
Yep.
but yeah, but same, I get it. You're out, you're getting some sunshine, you're in the
Oh,
out,
yeah,
you're getting both. You're in nature, in the trees, you're getting a walk, you're getting some sun, you're getting whatever. All good stuff. So yeah,
absolutely.
I, I don't have a dog to walk, but I think I still can make myself a habit of, like I said, even if it's just 20 minutes to get out and get some sunshine to start the day. I think
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, or lots more sex. I don't, but that kind of that
We're back to that.
that kind of requires a little help, a little partnership, and I currently don't have that, so it's okay. It's all right. I'm still
Oh my
still
gosh.
I'm still shopping. I just haven't checked it, made any purchasing decisions yet. So anyway, it's okay.
And and what would the laughing is a really good medicine.
So
Just to
good.
point that out. Yeah.
So good. And we talk about that. I mean, folks aren't here at the end of the show when the recording stops, but Miss Vicki and I will always, not always, but we'll often talk about a good joke or a good laugh that we had during the show and how nice and helpful that was. And it really is. It really, really is.
Mhm.
It's as old a tale as old as time. Laughter is the best medicine. It really is. It
It really is.
absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. Not and the food you put in your mouth, but that's a whole
Yes,
nother
of
story
course.
for a whole nother day. And I'm working on that one too. So
Good. Good.
yeah, yeah, yes. So I've been cleaning out the fridge. So that's another thing you
Oh,
do before you
yeah.
move, right? You clean out all the stuff that it's like, I don't need this anymore. Ooh, look at this 2-year-old bottle of mustard. It's in the trash. So yeah, there's been a lot of that. So today
As
we're
long as
using
you
up a couple of what's that?
well, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt it, but I said as long as you recycle everything you
Right.
can. I'm a big,
Recycle this stuff.
huge recycler.
The yes. So, but yeah, and that's a good question. I don't. Am I recycling all that good stuff? Because I have washed out a couple of old bottles and jars and
Good.
stuff, and they're ugh. Okay. So anyway, boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is I don't know where we're going with this, but it's all good. So we're having fun
Just
with
having
that.
fun.
Yeah, that's see, look, that's again, that's
Mhm.
like the I'm not going to say it's, it is a big part of life. It really is. I don't want to, I was going to try and find a better way to say it, but there's no better way to say it that enjoying what you are doing
Yes.
is so doggone important that it's like, all right, maybe I have to work an 8 hour job. Maybe that's not the best, but I'm going to come home and my dog or cat's going to be waiting, or my kids are going to be waiting, or my partner's going to be waiting, or all of the above.
Yeah.
And, going to have a little fun with them, going to do, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
As
Yeah.
long as there's something there other than the regular grind of life, I guess.
Yeah.
I, I don't have a 9 to 5 job anymore, so I can, I'm kind of past that, but I get it. I do, because same thing, I'm talking to my pickleball friends and we're making plans. Oh, I'm working that day. Oh, I can't. I got this. I got that. I'm like, okay, let's, let's see what we can
Mhm.
do. So anyway, I don't know where I was going with that. I do the having fun, having a laugh, having fun with friends,
Mhm.
with your animal, whatever that might be,
Mhm.
etc. Being out in nature, enjoying it, being in gratitude for that sort of a thing. It's
Oh,
huge.
absolutely.
Huge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Love it. Ah. Look at that. Come right almost to exactly 30 minutes. So I think
Oh
that
my
was
God.
that's a good pause there. That's a good pause.
Yeah.
So anyway, let's do this. I have, and speaking of all of the things we've been talking about, I found an article. I always find something interesting every weekend. This one is called, "If You Want to Be Happier, Consider Writing a Life Brief,"
Oh,
which is kind of like, I think that's like a court case thing, right? A brief is like the summary of the case,
yeah.
I think, sort of a thing.
I think so.
I'm,
Yeah.
we'll all find out about it together in just a minute. So let's take a quick break, go refill your coffee or whatever you need to do. We will be right back. And welcome back. This is The Practical Path, a podcast for personal and spiritual growth. I'm Bill Sklodowski, along with my friend Vicki Wagoner. We did not do before the break. We didn't tell how folks can get in touch with you if
Okay.
they need help sorting out their messy life. Like yours truly often calls my friend Vicki for help sorting out their messy. Messy might be the wrong word,
No,
but
it's
how
nasty.
how could somebody get in touch with you if they would like to receive a little guidance on that sort of a thing?
Well, they can call or text 239-248-0586 or email Vicki, Vicki, Wagoner, Wagoner 53 at gmail.com.
There you go. And we always, if I don't say it, she'll remind me to say it. So I have to say, go to YouTube, look up Bill's iPhone tips on YouTube with the hashtag thing. You know, that hashtag that the kids use, hashtag Bill's iPhone tips, and you'll find my videos on using your phone and staying safe online and all that sort of thing. So go
And
do
you're
that too.
very good at it. You're
Thank you.
excellent at it. Yes.
Appreciate that. So before the break, we were talking about this concept of, if you want to be happier, you should write a life brief. And
Hmm.
it's related, very much related. I was listening to a podcast while I was out and about yesterday, and they were talking about the being more specific when it comes to the things that you are looking for in life. So the guy was talking, and he's a semi-famous online business personality guru, whatever, whatever. And he said he was in a restaurant somewhere, and some guy recognized him and came up to him and said, "Oh, this is, it's so good to meet you. Tell me, how do I build a business? Or how do I be rich?" or something. It was a big generic question.
Wow.
Yeah. And the guy said, flat to his face, "Wrong question. Wrong question. You can't, that's
Huh.
too big. That's too much. That's too
Okay.
whatever." And his suggestion, which mirrors what I'm going to read in this little post that I found as well, is to get specific. He said, "Okay, you want to be rich. What does that look like?" And no, don't give me a number. When you get out of bed, when you are that thing,
Mhm.
write down with excruciating detail, what does it look like? What do you get out of bed? Where's the bed? Where are you at? Where are you living? What's the house? What's the room like? What is you go into the bathroom. Okay, cool. What do the bathroom fixtures look like? What is that? How does that work? Okay, I'm going to make coffee. Really? What does your coffee maker look like? Do you have a nice one? Is it a good one? What kind of coffee are you drinking? And I mean, he
Wow.
wasn't, it wasn't about creating this hugely. If you've ever read a Tom Clancy novel, the old Jack Ryan, Tom
Uh-huh.
Clancy would spend 20 pages describing a room, of of
Nice.
all that. And basically, that was this guy's thing. And the goal here is not just to be a writer, but to know in specific detail what it's going to look like when you get to that place that you want to be, so your
Mm.
brain knows what to work on.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, I know
So
about writing things down, but I didn't realize into so specifically. Wow.
I I believe the point is, and we're going to learn more in a second with this article from
Yeah.
Fast Company magazine. It's a business magazine, but it's good stuff. Um, is that again? It's your brain doesn't. Your brain is a problem solving machine. Your brain doesn't think in big concepts. That's kind of your subconscious. That's your imagination. That's all right. I know it's all in there. It's all in your brain. I get it, but
Right.
your brain is best put to work on solving a problem. And and again, he's the guy who narrowed it down and he said, "All right, I get up in the morning and my task for this week is to build a website." Cool. On my to-do list, build website. Great. Okay, but do I have a place what tools am I what software am I using to do it? What's
Oh.
the color scheme? What
Mhm.
colors are what type fonts do I want? Do it big, small, color, size? And he says, now again, I can start to get more specific about because again, be rich, be successful, build a business, build a website. Too big. Your brain doesn't know what to do with that.
Mm.
And when
Okay.
your brain doesn't know what to do with something, and I am the king of this, I'm speaking from my own experience. When I have a big job, I shouldn't say job, big task, big goal, big whatever,
Okay.
and I sit and I think about it for a while, and then all of those details start to come in. You know, all of the whatever the project is, build a website. I like because I've done that. That's
Oh,
something I
yes.
enjoy and I do. But again, same thing. What color? What size? What pictures? What fonts? What am I going to say? What's the language like? And then eventually, after about 5 minutes of literally your brain being stuck in the mud, like on a backcountry road in Georgia, you your brain throws up his hands and says, "Screw it! I'm not going to think about this now. It's too much."
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, the specific stuff I think
Mhm.
is a valuable tool, if that's the right word, to do that. So anyway, this article from credit where credit is due from fastcompany.com, which is it's a business magazine, but it has a lot of interesting personal stuff in it as well for business people and all the rest of us out there as well. Quoting from a book, The Life Brief, a playbook for no regrets living. We were just talking before about getting to the end of life and having regrets about things.
Hmm.
So, yeah, it talks about having clarity on things of what you choose to do, and the author says when you don't have clarity, you either sleepwalk through life or feel like, you're always hearing in the back of your mind what else is out there. And I fall victim to that sometimes. I know a lot of that. She says you can throw a lot of spaghetti at the wall trying to
Oh,
find one thing that sticks and it may or may not work. So there you go. So yeah, it's and again, the author of this was in an advertising agency and was in charge of what is called brand strategy, which is
oh,
like all the things we've been talking about when it comes to building a website. Well, okay, it's a website for a specific company. What are their colors? What does their stuff look like? What is their logo? What is all of that stuff? So yeah, it's all a part of that. And she says we are conditioned to believe in binary thinking. People tend to believe that they only have two choices when it comes to any part of their life: yes or no, stay or go, this or that. I'm used to being in a creative industry and around people who are always seeking alternate paths. And we were just talking about that. You know,
Yeah.
you can make a decision, but it doesn't have to be the same one all the time. So anyway, first step, most important, get messy. Most people have a bias for action. We want to-do lists, bucket lists, every kind of list, but we skip over the important part that gets us to the clarity and depth that connects us to the innermost desires and voices in our head. So getting messy, in her term, give yourself permission to be ridiculously, and her favorite word, nakedly honest. Sorting
Mhm.
out your true voice versus all the other voices crawling around in your head that you have adopted or inherited since childhood. Boy, that sounds like something
Oh,
Vicki talks about.
yeah.
Yep. One of the great ways to do this is to do what we call a brain dump, which basically means get a piece of paper and a pencil, and for 10 minutes, just write stuff down. This is what I'd like. This is what I don't like. This is what I love. This is what I don't. Just
Yeah.
allow all your thoughts and feelings, whatever they might be, to come through to you. Get them out of you onto a page. No judgment.
Yes, that's a biggie.
That
Yeah.
is a biggie. That is a
Yeah.
biggie. So getting messy is allowing all the stuff that's inside of you to come out in writing. When you collect all your information and answers, you get to be in a relationship, a better relationship with yourself. Oh, gee, that sounds like something Bill and Vicki talk about all the time. Having a better relationship with yourself,
Yes.
right?
It's important, very important.
You get to distance yourself from the emotions and anxieties and fears that you might have and look through it in the lens of curiosity. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
So then now you can look at that mess, look at those pages, those whatever you've written down, and start to separate what is important from what is not, right? You start
Yes.
to see what is drama, distraction, circumstances, and the stuff that's not from the stuff that is non-negotiable, the sacred parts of you that have urgency and depth of desire. I love this verbiage here. When
Yeah.
you can sort these out, then you can play and mold that into something more honest, more bold, and that's
Mm,
where the riches are, and that's where clarity arrives. And I love that
I
in
love
terms
it.
of
Yes.
getting clear about what it is you really want.
Yes.
and and she doesn't say it, but I'm going to guess that you can do that in any particular area of life.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all the same.
that's been your experience, I'm sure, in talking
Yeah.
with your clients as well. So talk a little bit about that if you'd like.
Well, I feel sometimes that, like she was talking about childhood, we hear things from these big people and we believe it, because they're big, they've been around a long time. So I love when she said, write everything down, whatever it is, because that way there's so much clutter in our head that by putting it on paper, you look at it and then you can cross out what isn't important, and that leaves the important pieces there of
Right.
what is it that you really want versus what somebody's told you that you want.
And I think a big part of it as well is you might read something and go, well, wait a minute, that's not really mine. That's
Right,
something my mother told me when I was five
right.
years old or whatever.
And we look at these big people and we go, well, they must know everything. They're big, they've been around a long time. What a lot of people miss is they still have little kids inside of them, and they're sometimes, not all the times, but sometimes acting and speaking and doing things from that childhood beliefs that they were told.
Mm-hmm.
And a
Yeah,
lot
for
of
sure.
people don't recognize that a lot of times you got to step back and go, is this my story or is this something that somebody told me? So
Exactly.
it's like house cleaning, you got to clean out some of these old stories and old beliefs and things that you've been told you have to do this. Well, you're an adult now. Be okay to look at it, be okay to say, well, that was good then, thank you for this. Yeah, I'm going to let it go.
Right. Right.
And then
Right.
how much clutter do you clean out? And like, the article saying, you're getting down to the facts, you're getting down to what, the meat of it, so to speak.
No, it's trust me. As somebody who's moving in the next 48 hours, I know about cleaning out clutter.
Yes.
But it is true. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I have picked up a thing, cleaning through the drawers in the bathroom or, the fridge or whatever and go, okay, is this still giving me value? Do I need it? Is it,
Mhm.
but you know, and I think as humans, maybe that's our old scarcity mentality. I mean, when we were, you know, living in caves and all of that stuff, everything was important. Everything was like,
Oh,
if we had
yeah.
it, we wanted it, we needed it. I think some of that carries over to today. It's like,
Yeah.
I haven't used this thing for a year, but I might.
Yes. Yes.
And that clouds your judgment a lot of times. And
It
I know
does.
I know everybody struggles with that. But it's been in my face the past couple of weeks here as I've cleaned out
Oh,
stuff.
as you, yeah. So it's being okay to say, okay, maybe somebody taught me this, but it's okay that I now make different decisions, that
Right.
I decide what is best for me. And it's okay to let some things go.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that, which again leaves you to have what you need to make some new decisions, for your future.
And to wrap up this article, the final step, exactly what we've been talking about. The final
Mhm.
step is to take action. Action is a
Yeah.
byproduct of clarity. A lot of paralysis comes from not knowing when, where, or how to act. When you get to hell yes, and she used a different word with an F, when you get to heck yes, clarity about what you want and what is important to you, suddenly that clarity becomes the North Star. The clarity becomes the filter, and this is kind of the bottom line. Your clarity becomes the filter by which you can make every decision, choice, or action.
Yes.
Are you going to do it every day with everything? No, because I sure as hell don't. I
Yeah.
know that.
We
And
don't.
yet, if it's, you know, and I've used this example before. If I haven't, you know, congrats. But I'm looking to lose a few pounds. If I'm
Okay.
rooting around in my fridge and I find, well, I'm not going to find a, you know, cookies or anything because I don't have them in the house. That's another story entirely. But if I allowed myself wandering through Publix, like we were talking about before, and there's, oh, cookies on sale, and now I can think to myself, well, wait a minute, what is the North Star? What is the thing that I am most interested in pursuing? Well,
Right.
losing 10 pounds. Is buying cookies going to help you lose 10 pounds? No. All right, cookies go back on the shelf.
Right. Yeah.
If you can make that decision. and
It-
and we don't. I well, I shouldn't say we. I know speaking for myself, I don't always make that 100% decision. I don't.
no.
But hopefully most of the time I do. So the end result, the you know, the bottom line is positive toward the goal that I have
Oh,
stated for myself.
right.
Right.
Absolutely.
Clarity allows you to start seeing, and again, this is just to finish this article. Clarity allows you to start seeing circumstances and situations in a new way. Once your attention shifts, your actions follow. It
Hmm.
becomes an automatic response, organic momentum. In my observations with companies and with people, clarity and alignment is the key that unlocks the biggest steps forward.
Yes. Yep. And with clarity, like I said before, it's cleaning out some of that clutter, physical or mental, emotional, that helps you to get to that goal.
All of this can be put together in the life brief. A creative brief for a company will often talk about goals and aspirations for the company. A life brief evolves as you evolve and grow as a person. You can write
Mhm.
a life brief for different parts of your country, different parts of your life, such as career, relationships, finance, and other areas. And that's exactly what we were talking about, that
Right.
you can use this to apply. All right, today I'm going to think about again, you know, I want to lose weight, my physical whatever, physical
Right.
health, etc.
Right.
So
Oh,
okay, let's write about that for 10 minutes. What's important? Well, going to the gym, going to do this, do that. Maybe I want to eat this stuff. Oh, wait a minute, who told me to eat that stuff?
hmm
And again, that's where the getting it, eh, you and I did this a few weeks ago with the journaling thing. We
yes.
tried it, and I think just the idea of waking up and having to write something for every day or whatever, that was a little, what's my word for that? That was a little unguided. I didn't, what am I supposed to do with this? How am I supposed, you know, I don't know. What was your, let's revisit that. What was it when you would write something every day? What did that, How did that feel for you when it comes to, writing something out? Did it work for you? Did you?
I
Because I'm
just,
not doing it anymore. I'll just say that right away. I'll put my hand up and say,
I'm not
I've
either.
stopped now.
Yeah. Yeah. And that was a good experiment. But what I did is I just sat there and I thought, okay, what is it, that I need to write?
Right.
And then I thought, excuse me, I just started writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Excuse- And
That's all
just
right.
let the feelings come out.
I think the same kind of thing here. I get it, but it felt a little, well, it lacked the North Star that she's talking about here. It's like, okay, I like this idea, and I think I might
Right.
try this maybe like on a weekly or a monthly basis, to maybe like on a Sunday night or something, sit down
Right.
and go, all right, I want to work on, I want to improve this area of my life. So what
Right.
am I gonna so A, get it all out for starters.
Right.
Get all the ideas out. What I ought
Right.
to be doing, what I could be doing, what I don't want to do, what I want, what I don't want. Just brain dump. That means literally let it all out. It doesn't matter.
Let it
No
flow.
judgment. No
Yep. Let
judgment.
it go. Yep.
Then I can maybe Monday morning when I'm having my coffee or whatever, and then when it's had time to settle and whatever, I can go back
Yep.
and look at it and go, "Oh, okay. This is important. This is
Yep.
not. This is
Yep.
helpful. This is BS."
Well, it's like I said before, it's like cleaning out the clutter.
Right.
And then you're getting to the point of why you're doing it.
Exactly. And then it becomes more of a, well, again, her word was North Star, and she
Yeah.
uses that in terms of a guidance system.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
what I want to do. Does it mean I'm going to run out and do all these things today? No, but when decisions come up,
Hmm.
I could sit and watch TV for an hour, or I could work on, not work. I mean, I could do something with my time a little more constructive. Maybe. Again, I'm not saying don't, watch TV or don't give up your favorite foods or whatever,
Oh,
but
yeah.
use your little North Star, your guiding
Right.
principles to make better decisions on stuff. I like that.
Well,
It
it's
makes
like
more
a
sense.
focal point, it gives you something to look for, to keep you on track.
Right. To keep you on track. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And God, I need help with that. That's true. So yeah, I agree with that. I do. I think that yes, I can see where that would be helpful for
Yes.
me,
Hmm.
especially to be able to say, rather than just wandering from day to day, which I can do that. I can end up on the couch at night watching my last hour of TV or whatever and go, what did
Right.
I get done today? Nothing. Nothing. Zero. And I don't, it happens, but I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
that feeling. I don't want to be there, but it happens. All right. So what decisions did I make or fail to make today
Okay.
to move me in the direction of what I was, what I've told myself are things that are important to me. That's when you write it down for yourself.
Yes. It's right there in black and white. You have to look at it. It's simply a statement. Then
Right.
what you do with it is your choice, but it's right
Right.
there. Yeah.
I'll put the link to this article in the show notes so that when
Yeah, I
people
like
are,
that. Yeah.
if you want to read it on your own later on, there's a little bit more to it, but basically we covered the important stuff.
Right.
One of the things, and I read, one of the books I've read this year so far is Atomic Habits by James Clear. I've talked about it on this show before,
Mhm.
Atomic Habits.
Yeah.
Um, and he uses a slightly different thing, but to me, it almost sounds like your sticky note on the bathroom mirror idea, which is he loves the idea. Well, I don't know if he loves it or not, but his idea is that he speaks to himself in a language that promotes the stuff that he wants to become. In other
Oh,
words, he's not
yes.
telling himself, I go out and I jog an hour every day. He tells himself, I'm the kind of person that takes care of my health, and part of that is I go out and I jog every day or whatever. I'm this kind of person.
Yeah.
Is rather than talk about what might be the challenging, difficult, or painful thing, I jog every day.
Yeah.
I'm the kind of person that takes care of myself.
Right. Yep.
And then from there, it grows into the other things. That's his, like this article was talking about, that's his North Star. That, and you can use
Yeah.
that with other things, with anything in life. I'm the
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
person that
definitely.
my relationships work this way, my life works this way, my business works this way.
Right.
So they're kind of related there. They're kind of the same
Oh,
thing. So I
definitely.
love that.
Yeah.
I really do. So
Yeah.
that's cool. That's what I got on that one. So there you go.
You know what I'm going to say? It's about being your own best friend.
Right.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And we
And
have
that
to be.
and that comes with, I mean, yes, we use that all the time. And
Mhm.
if it's your first time, well, it can't be your first time hearing it if you're listening to this show because we use it all the time. But what that means is you're speaking to yourself in a language or in words that are supportive and
Yeah.
not, like, oh, I'm such an idiot. No, really? Would your friend tell you that? No.
No. Mm-mm.
Or I'm such a loser or whatever. And those are the things, oh boy, that's a whole other can of worms for another show, obviously. But those are
Yeah.
the kinds of things that we hear in our head all the
Oh,
time.
oh, all the time. Yeah. And
All
those
the
are the ones
time.
that we got to say, okay, wait a minute. Let's shift this. Let's look at the bigger picture.
Right.
Look at it from that different perspective. Okay, so you did this. Okay, now what are you going to do?
And maybe your gateway to that, your little spark of imagination or whatever for that is exactly your line, which is, would my best friend tell me that?
Right. No,
No, no, they would. I mean, that's you hear yourself saying, oh, I'm such an idiot. Would my best friend tell me that? No. I mean, they
no,
wouldn't be a very good friend if they did. I
no,
mean,
you wouldn't have
they
them.
might play with you, they might have fun with you, they might
Oh, yeah.
whatever. But at the end of the day, even if they say, boy, that was a bad decision, maybe you should, they've got something to follow it up with. They've got
Right.
some helpful, supportive, loving thing to say, in turn to go with it. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I feel that's what the writing about is you can state it, yet it gives you the opportunity to make a different statement,
Right.
a
Right. We
supportive statement. Yeah.
we talk about that all the time on this
Yeah.
show, and I think
Mhm.
that's one of our big concept, one of our north stars on this
Our
show
North
is
Star.
the
Yes.
ability to make a different decision, to look at it
Yes.
from a different perspective, all of that sort of stuff that we talk
That
about each and every week, and that's important.
it is very
So
important. Yes.
yeah. And if you need a trigger, tripwire, I'm using all kinds of crazy, military terms, but if you need a tripwire for that, it's like when you trip over something, something happens. That's a tripwire, right? When you step
Right.
through
Oh,
this
yeah.
thing, the trap goes off or whatever. So, but for you, for us, for me, mentally, the trip thing is that ability to ask myself, would my best friend tell me that? Is that the
Right.
thing that they would tell me in this situation, in this experience, when I hear myself, if I were to speak that out loud, oh, you're such an idiot, in the presence of my friend, my best friend, would they let that slide? Would they have something better to say? That's where, to me,
Mhm.
that's the important part of it. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Yes.
So get in the habit, if we can give you a little homework there, get in the habit of asking yourself that question. When I hear myself saying these things or thinking these things, and again, it can be in anything. It can be in anything that you are challenged by in life. If it's a
Right.
relationship or a job or a family member or yourself, especially
Oh,
yourself,
yes.
is that, how would my best friend respond to the words that I'm saying right now if I said them out loud?
Yes.
If I said that mean, ugly stuff that's going around in my head that I'm telling myself about myself, he might have to slap some sense into me, or she might have to, let me know what's going on. So anyway, I get it.
Yeah.
There's your homework, folks, is that
Yes.
we want to cultivate a more mindful way of thinking about thinking, feeling, whatever you choose, whatever word you
Both.
choose, is not important, whatever, both
Both.
of the stuff that's going on inside your head.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because that's
Absolutely.
that's what's driving your decisions, what's making you think what you're thinking. All of that is the stories that you keep telling yourself in
Oh,
your head. And
yes.
now we're giving you permission to go, would your friend let that slide? Would that be okay if you told that, if you said that in the presence of your friend or something? No, we're already saying it wouldn't be, but you figure it out for yourself. I think we strongly believe you will come to the same conclusion,
I
right?
feel so too.
I think so too. Wow.
Oh my gosh.
As always, Miss Vicky, the hour has flown by as it
I
always
know.
does.
It
I
does.
know, so much fun. I don't know where the time. I really don't know how we do this every week, but
Yeah, we
it's
have fun.
I feel fortunate and blessed that I get to share this time with you and our listeners, and I hope and I
Yes.
trust that we are offering them a little bit of practicality on their
Yeah.
path for personal and spiritual growth, which is what the whole show is all about. So,
Yeah,
if somebody'd like to, yeah,
I was
absolutely.
going to say, and some laughter, which
I'm,
is again a good medicine.
mostly the laughter. That is so true. So true. So if somebody would, do you laugh with your clients?
Oh yeah. Oh
Do you?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I
I,
mean,
I purposely say goofy things to make them laugh because it breaks up
right.
some of the pressure or some of the hurt or some of the anger. So, oh yeah, I'm infamous for that. And I'll say the wildest things and they look at me like, really? But it shifts. It
Yes.
shifts that energy.
Yes. Yes.
And
I've heard that from many a public speaker or
oh
therapist or whatever you want to call these folks or whatever, and that is choosing to say something that the listener, it could be a room full of thousands of people or one on one where they go, wait, what? What?
what?
Because it makes you literally, like I just did, it makes you lean in, it makes you listen, it makes you stop
Yeah,
and go, okay, wow, rather than just the wow, 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 wow,
yeah,
wow, it like, wait a minute, that cut through the BS. And
yeah.
okay, cool.
You
So
get their attention and it shifts. And it's amazing how the goofiest things I say will get their attention and everything just turns. So,
there you go. There you go. So if somebody would like that kind of an experience for themselves, how do they find you, please?
well, they can call or text 239-248-0586 or email Vicki, Vicki, Wagoner, Wagoner 53 at gmail.com.
And again, like we said before, for more help with your high tech life,
Mm.
go to YouTube. Look, there's truly just do a search for the hashtag for Bill's iPhone tips, and you'll find it's not just about iPhones. I do a lot of stuff with emails. I've been doing a lot of stuff with email scams lately because there's a billion
Oh,
of them out there, and
I
it's like,
know.
oh
Crazy.
my God, don't fall for that stuff. Don't ever fall for that
Yeah.
stuff. So anyway, all right,
Mm.
that's gonna do it for this week. We appreciate you being here with us. Next week, who knows? It's always something different. It's always something
Mhm.
fun, but we'll figure it out. Until then, thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next week. And by the way, all the information, everything that we talked about today will be in the show notes. If you need more help with finding Vicki or finding this article that we quoted, check the show notes wherever you get your podcast. And wherever you do get your podcast, we'd appreciate if you'd leave a nice review, and that would
Yeah.
be really great. So thank you. Help
Yes, that
spread
would
the
be
word a
great.
little bit.
Yeah.
Have a great week. I'm Bill Sklodowski.
And I'm Vicki Wagner. Thank you again for joining us. And remember, always be your own best friend.